YouTube, what's going on, guys? Listen, I've been making some money in crypto. Me and my business partner, man, we've been putting some money into this crypto, man, and it definitely feels like fancy casino because I don't know nothing about crypto. I'm just kind of following, people that are pointing me towards the right directions, who are more competent at it than I am, and we're shooting our shots. It's interesting because so far it's kind of like we're just following liquidity and where the money's flowing and riding those waves. I don't know how it's gonna end. Is it gonna end nice or is it gonna end bad? But we're tagging along for the ride for now. But I did get into this video right here where when I was going through my amazing timeline. Thank you, YouTube, for the algorithm. Always blessing me with amazing content, even though you don't put my content out there. But no, listen, this video is very necessary for me to watch. It's called The Rules to Make Money in Cryptocurrency by the guys at Earn Your Leisure. Amazing channel. I was subscribed to Earn Your Leisure, I think, at 10,000 subscribers, and now they've blown up. Very deserving of it. I remember I used to comment on their videos and be like, yo, you guys are gonna blow up. This channel is amazing. And they have. Shout out to them. Make sure you subscribe. I'll put a link to their channel in the description below. Let's go ahead and check this video out so we can get educated on an important topic, because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I feel like we're in the midst of the internet. I remember when the internet, people made fun of it, they didn't understand it. The same thing with the dot-com bubbles, and obviously the dot-com bubble was a little bit too quick, right? But it was the beginning of showing that online shopping was the future, right? I really need this video. I'm looking forward to this for real.
But very soon. Definitely. So yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I appreciate what you guys been doing. Like I said, I told you guys on Saturday, I appreciate the platform, especially giving me
we gotta keep. Come on, we gotta get to it.
The one thing that I've been getting questions about is DOGECOIN, and some people listen to me, some people don't. But I just want to pose this question to you, right?
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah. So how do you guys rank community when it comes to a cryptocurrency, the importance of community? Well, I've had a change of heart on this recently because I feel like community is actually very important. It's one of the things that brought Bitcoin to where it is and Ethereum.
Before he says what he thinks about Doge, I am bullish on Doge. I've put a lot of money into Doge. When you got Elon Musk dropping Bitcoin, but he's working with the developers at DOGECOIN, constantly tweeting about it, the volume that it's built, it's got the amount of investors that it has. To me, it reminds me of Facebook, and let me explain. Facebook was not worth anything. It didn't make any money. But the one thing you're not going to do with a platform or a product that has billions of users or hundreds of millions of users, the one thing you're not going to do is stop improving it and not monetize it. And when you got Elon Musk working with the developers to try to make Dogecoin useful, because it has the amount of investors or the amount of people holding Dogecoin, it's got a bright future. It's got a bright future. Don't bet against Elon. That's how I feel about Doge, but I digress. I will continue to listen to people who are much more competent than I am. I just feel like I know a little bit about business, so I like to get my perspective here and there.
I want to hear your perspective on the community and how that influences not just Dogecoin, but investment in general.
I wanna let everybody answer, but I also want to flip the question on you, because Alistair is the head of, we have infinity groups inside of EYL University, and he's the head of the crypto group, and he's extremely smart and extremely brilliant when it comes to cryptocurrency. Crypto calls have become legendary, over 500 people on each call. So what is your opinion on it?
My opinion, like I said, I've changed my opinion on it recently, just because, especially with, we've seen what Wall Street that's where it was able to do with the markets. We've just seen how a lot of the retail investors coming in and how they've been able to move the market. So I think now and going forward, we're going to see a lot more influenced by just the communities in general. Like, for example, when we look at Dogecoin, we saw that, well, a lot of people don't know this, that they were able to get Dogecoin put on a NASCAR car back a couple of years ago. They were able to send the Jamaican bobsled team to the Olympics a couple of years ago as well. So looking back on that, my opinion of Dogecoin has changed in terms of the importance. Personally, I still don't invest in it, but I'm not as hard on it as I once was. But I will say that community can also be very fickle, because just like with memes, sometimes, one time it can be cool now, but, in the future, that cool factor may go away. One thing I would say is that with Dogecoin, has been able to maintain it. And if you look back in 2014, I actually checked this out today. Dogecoin was actually one of the top coins back in 2014. It was in the top 10, and it's made its way back into the top 10. And there were a lot of coins back then that had a lot of promise, like Namecoin, Omni. There were just so many different coins back in 2000, back in around that time when they had that bull run that are not here right now. And Dogecoin has lasted the test of time. So that's just something that I got questions about, and it forced me to rethink. So, and then one lesson I've learned is that you can't be so static. You have to be able to take in information and sort of
adjust
and adjust. Exactly. So
I feel like crypto is such a it's so young, man. It's really hard to be the guru, right? There's historicals. I just feel like, man, it's a place, man, where anybody could be the guru of crypto in the next 20 years or so. But I'm looking up where Dogecoin is, and it's crazy how high Cardano is, but Dogecoin is sitting at number 6 in market cap. I didn't realize how high Cardano is. How high Binance is 3 in market cap. Tether is number 5. XRP is 7. Wow. Polkadot number 8. Damn. Uniswap is number 12. Chainlink 13. Wow. I need to watch more crypto content.
Yeah, the Dogecoin situation is not new, and that was crazy because like in 2017, I remember the story of Dogecoin, and they were saying it was a joke. That's the first time I heard about Dogecoin in 2017. And it was doing well then. That's what people don't fail to realize. It's not like it just started going crazy overnight. It went from like 7 zeros to like 4 zeros to 3 zeros to a penny. And it was doing well in 2017. It had a good run up, and everybody was saying the same thing that they're saying now. It started as a joke. How long will this last? It's up 500%. It's up 1,000%.
Crazy.
So, I mean, if you look at it from that standpoint, it's kind of proven.
And like you said, they have a community behind it. And I'm glad you brought up all the history of it, too. That's dope. I got a question for you, though, Alistair, before you go.
It is dope. I didn't know any of this.
You put up the post about Ethereum. Did you wither in your belief in it, or did you hold it since 2017?
Yeah, and that's the story I told. So I didn't hold. I sold. I sold to pay off my student loans and to take my wife on a vacation. And I always say I regret that decision. I should have held because things would have been totally different. But now I know. So I'm holding right now for the long term.
You paid off your debt free and clear?
Yeah, I'm free and clear.
It was the best investment you can make. You can't be mad at that.
I usually agree with them, but I have to sincerely disagree. If he would have held that instead of paying off his low interest student loans, as an entrepreneur and a businessman and not just an investor, I feel like, especially one that has serious bills, you're talking writing 7-figure checks in bills annually because of cost of goods and running your businesses. Cash flow is super important. And this is why financing is important for startups, because you have a lot of money going out because you're trying to build something to get to a point where you can be stable and be very profitable and build a successful business. The way I see this is, if you have a low interest loan, like a student loan, and your payments are low, and you have an asset that's making you money, it's booming. If he would have kept that at Ethereum, when did he say he bought this? Hold on. Guys, look at this. We can't sit here and pretend like he did not make a terrible decision in selling ETH. I don't care what Uriel Leisure is saying here. You paid off your debt. That's the best decision. No, man. We cannot. Let's think logically here. I get the whole emotional feeling of being debt free, but let's think logically. In 2017, in January, the price was $7, and he had enough to pay off his student loans and take his wife on a vacation. Let's say the vacation was $5,000 and the student loans was another $20. That's $25,000 at $7. Guys, it's gone up 10,000%. The dude would be a multi-millionaire today. And we're going to sit here on this show and try to tell him that was a great decision. Come on, man. Let's stop the cat. Let's do the math. I got to do the math. So let's just say conservatively, he 500x'd that 25 bands times 500. That's $12.5 million. And we're going to sit here and say paying off your student loan debt was the best decision you could have made. I honestly have to watch this part again. I have to.
Say I regret that decision. I should have held because things would have been totally different. But now I know. So I'm holding right now for the long term.
You paid off your debt free and clear?
Yeah, I'm free and clear.
It was the best investment you can make. You can't be mad at that. You can't. I mean, we always have FOMO, but how much better did you feel when you got that debt monkey off your back?
I felt great. I mean, it allowed me to buy a house.
You see what I'm talking about? Immediately went to emotions. How did you feel, bruh? In business, I'm definitely not the best businessman because sometimes I do things because it feels right. I can also think logically, and I know and I can identify that this is a stupid business decision because I'm doing it based on how I feel and not logic. I can also identify that it was stupid. His decision to pay off his student loan debt was stupid because he's not making, like, he's saving some money based on interest, but student loan interest is so low. No, you keep the damn ETH. All right, let's continue.
Out. So that was one of the things that it freed me up to be able to make another move. But of course, hindsight is 2020.
Always. Always. Amazing question, man. I can't wait to meet you. Some of the questions I will ask before I give a direct answer. What was the reason that it fell in 2017? Number 2, what is the catalyst for it going up now? If we're going to be honest, the only reason that it's going up because Elon mentioned it. Maybe to come out in a month or two, or maybe another quarter, about all the hedge funds that privately were pumping it up. And then it's going to be the same thing. So it may take a little bit more time for it to actually fall. So like if it's outside of a one standard deviation and it normally takes 60 days to come down and take 120. And it's the thing always too, like with community, like you said, they can be fickle. But when I've been asking everybody about Doge, my thing was like, okay, did you put a significant amount of money into it? Now I've met a couple people, 3 that put a significant amount into it a year or 2 ago. Most people only have a couple hundred in it. That's not a bad thing, but if you only put a couple hundred into an investment, it means that you're not truly convinced about it. So I want you guys to run it up and get the run, but the community, we are still being used. This is no different than AMC. Like if Doge gets to what, 20 or 30 bucks, the market cap of that coin would be 1.4 trillion. You're telling me Doge is worth as much as Apple?
No.
but the thing with that is
it's not a business. It's not a business. It's a currency. Currency is worth whatever people perceive it to be. It's like $100 bill, just like a piece of paper with $100 printed on it. The dollar is not backed by anything. It's not backed by gold or anything either. Here's the part that makes it go up in value. It's not just that Elon is tweeting it, but the more businesses, the more countries that start using it or accepting it as a form of payment, then things get interesting. That's part of why Bitcoin dropped like crazy, because Elon said he wasn't accepting it no more because of what it's doing to the fuel and stuff. And again, I'm not a crypto expert, but I can also see you can't compare Apple with Dogecoin. The moment that Apple starts accepting Dogecoin as a form of payment, and it's not just because Apple's endorsing it, but it's because you can use the Dogecoin. It's being perceived as a currency in so many different places. There's so many places, especially developing countries, that are actually using, Bitcoin as a form of payment. And the thing about all of the different type of coins, and this is what I've learned, playing with it a little bit, is it doesn't matter what coin it is, because you're not going to sell most of these coins for cash. You're going to transfer them into Ethereum or into Bitcoin or whatever it is that you want to use, and then you can use that Bitcoin to pay for things. So as long as Bitcoin is being accepted, it doesn't have to be Doge as a form of payment, and there's a community backing up Doge. That's all that matters, really. It's not just who's tweeting and who's backing it up. That helps, because then people feel like, damn, if Elon likes it, maybe more CEOs will like it, maybe more companies will start accepting it, like the Mark Cubans of the world and stuff. They keep backing it up. That opens up more access to use it as a form of payment. So I think it's definitely different. It's definitely different. And I only wanted to give my point to see if I'm gonna get any type of confirmation from my guy here who's supposed to be the crypto guru. And I don't say that in a bad way. Respectfully, the EYL guys, they think so highly of him when it comes to crypto. So do I, even though I do have to verify it, as we go on, as I'm learning. But definitely want to see what his perspective is, because it sounds like he's going to challenge my guys EYL's ideas here. So let's hear it out. I'm disagreeing with these guys a bunch because I listened to this point. They
were like the number that Mike said, whether you like what he said or not. XRP is owned heavily by the owners of Ripple. So they were like the number 8 and number 9 richest people in the world. And they were saying that in 2017. History always repeats itself. They was like,
that's crazy.
This doesn't make any sense. How are they the richest people in the world? And that's because there's like 1 billion coins. So this is one of the reasons why, in theory, it's like these kind of coins, Ripple can never get to like $10 or $100. It would have the largest cap in the history of the world.
Of mankind.
But
no, I see. This is where I kind of disagree, because I do think it's different. I mean, we've never seen cryptocurrency before. History repeats itself with something we've never seen, right? It's a new form of currency. It's not, even though there are owners of it, right? There are creators of it that hold the most of it. They don't own it like they own a business. They are the creators of it. So because they create it, they have a large portion of it. Just like I'm sure when gold was first discovered, it was discovered in a specific country. That country was super rich. They had the most because they discovered it. They had the most of the gold. Eventually, as time went, it got dispersed because they started to spend it, right? You see what the owner of Shiba did. He donated a bunch of it. He burned some of it. But eventually, it starts to get into the coin becomes more liquid and out of the owner's hands, especially when it becomes more useful, right? That's why the founders of XRP are so rich. The more useful it becomes, the more they can spend it. And then they're not hoarding a whole bunch of XRP, right? At least that's what I'm thinking in theory. But at the same time, to me, it's more so like currency as opposed to businesses. You go on the Forex market, you can trade the yen for the US dollar. You can trade the euro for the US dollar. You can literally trade currencies, swap them back and forth depending on which one's more valuable that day and make money on it. You do the same exact thing in the cryptocurrency market. So I would look at it, Bitcoin and Dogecoin, for example, do not move exactly the same. Not always, right? There's going to be some parts where you can make some money in spreads in between, the same way that you're seeing altcoins are skyrocketing right now while Bitcoin and Ethereum are crashing. Like if you believe that altcoins are about to crash soon and Bitcoin's going to rise up, then you would transfer or swap the currencies and ride that wave up with Bitcoin, right? It's the same thing with Forex trading. I feel like the Forex market has the way bigger market cap than the stock market. Yes, this is it right here. The foreign exchange is the largest financial market in the world, 6.6 trillion a day. So I would compare cryptocurrency closer to the foreign exchange. Those are two markets that are more comparable in my eyes. And if that's the case, then cryptocurrency has a very high ceiling, higher than these guys are making it seem to be. So I disagree with them just a little bit, but I'm not as smart as them either, and I don't pretend to be. I don't know, you can call me the student in the classroom that kind of challenges everything. I think it's good to do that. That's how you learn. I say it all the time, and I know this is kind of off course, but you know, you can have a CPA and they're the experts in that field, but that doesn't mean that you don't bring new ideas to the table or you don't challenge their ideas, because sometimes CPAs can miss some things, right? But yeah, let's continue.
But anything is possible. I mean, hey, it could have the largest cap.
In short term, it could happen. Community matters a lot in short term. Long term investment. Here's the test. I want you guys to go take.
I hope the crypto guy challenges them.
Happened this week as well with the Ethereum Classic, because Ethereum Classic had a run up this week as well, and that goes to, for one, it's a bull market, and the thing about the crypto bull market is that everything's gonna run. Random coins, they're all gonna run, but that also goes to show that a lot of people may not research, because if you really look into Ethereum Classic, you would see that it's one of the least secure coins out there. One of the worst things that could happen to a cryptocurrency happened to it 3 times last year. Why would you put your money into something that's that?
You didn't challenge them.
And from 2008, let's say, to 2013, it was a penny stock market if you had liquidity and didn't want to invest long term. Then it went to Forex. Then it went back to penny. Last year, every commodity was available. Options was heavy. And now crypto. 2016, of course, had crypto as well. There's also cycling events in which liquidity from traders goes from one asset class to another. Crypto now moved like the pairs in 2015. It's the same liquidity. And then people blow up accounts. That's why I say mitigation.
The liquidity was in the tech stocks last year. Now it's moved over to crypto for sure. Doesn't mean that there isn't a future there, but that's bars.
It doesn't matter if the coin can go up 9,000%.
Just following the wave.
If you over leverage or you put in at the wrong time and you draw down to 80%, you're jumping out and you're never jumping back in. They are using us for liquidity. Traders have the hardest time being disciplined and sticking to a plan. If you can do that, you can make the killing. But the hardest part of it is sticking to a plan and not deviating from it.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Alistair, appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate that.
All right, I'm here for the comment section. All right, so love the show. Start coming back on Netflix and watching this into other. Hey, you gotta love that. That's major what they're doing for people. That's cool. He commented on the video. That's Ian. I mean, I know I'm gonna go got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I go get got. Boom, here we go. It's not just that Elon mentioned Dogecoin, but he also said he's working with the development team to improve its functionality. Also, Coinbase just put out that they're adding Dogecoin to the platform in 6 to 8 weeks, which should increase transaction volume. Boom. I said that in the beginning of the video. Come on, man. I feel like EYL needs some no men on their videos, because I didn't like how the crypto guys just let them say whatever. You guys are always pushing the envelope, but it's great because, yeah, Here's the test. Go put 10 grand in one of those coins. Precisely how I feel about those coins. And oh, just put 50 to 100 bucks. Never know, crowd. Like, nah, if I want to gamble, I ain't gonna lie. If you want to gamble, you'll go to a casino. Bruh, you lost me there, bro. No, I'd rather you gamble in the crypto market. But I will say this. I got my coins that I put 10 grand in. I also have my coins that I put 50 to 100 bucks in. Just like the stock market, right? You got your stocks that you are putting your life savings into, and then you got your options plays. You got some penny stocks that you know, put a few $100 into. You want to go to the moon? Come on, guys. Come on. All right, cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We drop daily content on this channel. We're probably gonna do a bunch more videos. We're gonna keep these videos coming. We're gonna keep them coming. Subscribe, like, share if you guys enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments if you know what videos you would like my thoughts, my perspective on. I'm having a lot of fun doing these videos. But with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one.